let's say this, one quality of a wheat at rupees 930 per kg is mixed with another quality at certain rate in the ratio 8:7. If the mixture so formed is worth rupees 1000 rupees per kg, then what is the rate per kg of the second quality of wheat? So they are saying that they have taken two qualities of wheat. So one quality of wheat is in such a way that its cost is 930 rupees per kg. Okay, and the other one they are not saying the price. So let's assume that the price of the other one is x rupees per kg. And now they are saying that when we mix these two in the ratio of 8:7, which means if I take 8 parts of this, let's not write 8x, if I take 8 parts of this and then 7 parts of this, and if I mix them both, then I am going to get a new quality of wheat, and the cost of this wheat turned out to be 1000 rupees per kg, right? So I already told you that if you assume that this is the final average, this is the average of one group, this is the average of other group, right? I already told you that the final average always lies between these two averages, isn't it? Therefore this x is supposed to be greater than 1000, right? So how to solve it is just by using the Alligation's formula you can solve it. Now in that case you have to assume that this is the higher side, which means just assume this one is a1, x is a1, and you can assume that this is a2, and you can assume that this is a, right? And n is to m, so let's say there n1 is to n2, which that is the convention we are using. Now if you assume that this is n2 and this is n1, now you can understand that n1 is to n2 equal to 7 is to 8. Got it? So you can directly apply the formula and get it. Otherwise, okay, what is the formula is this one. So n1 by n2, if you remember it, you do this. Otherwise you can apply the normal Alligation's formula, a equal to n1 a1 plus n2 a2 divided by n1 plus a2, right? n1 plus n2. So see, what is that I am saying? Capital A equal to n1 a1 plus n2 a2 divided by n1 plus n2, right? Assume that n1 is 7p and n2 is 8p, and you are supposed to calculate the value of a1, right? In this, if you assume x, a2 is already given, a is given, right? So only thing that you have to find out is a1. This is the way you can find it out. Or otherwise, if you remember the other formula that we have derived from this, n1 by n2, the ratio, so n1 by n2 is equal to a minus a2 divided by a1 minus a, right? And n1 is to n2 is 7 is to 8. So now you can equate it to 7 by 8. Okay, if you want to see, you can equate it by 7 by 8, and now this one is going to be a minus a2. So what is a? 1000 minus a2 is 930, right? So 1000 minus 930 divided by a1 is what we have to find out. So x minus 1000. Got it? So you can write like this, just cross multiply and find out the value of x. So if you find out the value of x, you are going to get x equal to 1080 rupees per kg, which means if this quality is going to be 1080 and if this one is going to be 930, then if you mix them in the ratio of 8:7, the final quality of wheat is going to cost at a rate of 1000 rupees per kg. Right. Now if you remember the other way, the diagram that we have used, we are going to write a1, a2, right? So what is a1 here? X. So assuming that x is the higher average among the two averages, right? Why? This is true, isn't it? If your final average is going to increase, then definitely the other average must be higher. Okay. Now x, and what is the other one? 930, and this one is 1000, right? And the value associated with x is 7. So this side it is 7, right? And this side it is 8. Now let's try to find out the difference. Okay. Now what is the difference here? So this one is higher. So x minus 1000. And what is the difference here? This one is higher, right? It is 1000 minus 930, which is 70. Okay, therefore 70 is to x minus 1000 equal to 7 is to 8. Again, if you apply this, see, 70 by x minus 1000 equal to 7 by 8, right? So again, if you apply it, it is going to be 1080 x minus 1000 equal to 80, which means x equal to 1080. So whichever way you feel comfortable, you can solve it. Either by using the formula you can find out the initial formula, or if you remember that ratios formula you can find it out, or you can use this diagram and you can find it out. Okay, fine.